On the show this week, we test drive the Ameo. Head to France for the Paris Motor Show. And our 7-wonder drive heads to the magical Ajanta caves.
The Taj Mahal, the ruins of the Nalanda University, the brilliant Sun Temple, and now the town of Hampi. We had visited these 4 heritage sites that define the rich history and culture of India. And after more than 3,500 kilometers, we still hadn't reached the halfway point in our journey. Next up on our list, the state of Maharashtra and the caves with a potentially out-of-the-world secret behind it. First, the journey out of Hampi. Everyone was ready to head out much earlier than usual. Necessary, since our plan for the day included 850 kilometers of driving. Early on, we spotted something interesting right from the highway and had to take a detour to visit it. The Gol Gumbaz in Bijapur is the mausoleum of Muhammad Adil Shah, the Sultan of Bijapur. It is also said to be one of the world's largest freestanding domes, second only to St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. We are told it narrowly missed making it as one of India's 7 wonders. Guess we are lucky to have experienced it anyway. As it turns out, this wasn't to be the only detour that day. We got news that our editor Yogen had a last-minute flight to catch from Pune. And no, it wasn't this Sukhoi that we spotted overhead. Another lucky spot was this battle tank. Some eagle-eyed viewers might be able to identify it. Far as we can tell, it is the T-55 in service through the 60s till as recently as 2011. Of course, the Maruti Suzuki Ertiga had impressed us with its build quality, and we just had to make the built like a tank comparison. On the way, we also found a stall selling all sorts of seemingly useful junk. We can vouch for the head scratchers. We were on a tight schedule and couldn't spend time exploring the Ellora caves, given that our target destination was at Ajanta, a further 100 kilometers away. Locals later told us that the 2 sets of caves are best experienced together. And we hope we can someday. Your first glimpse of the Ajanta caves should be from the Ajanta viewpoint, an 8-kilometer detour off the highway through a village. The view it affords is spectacular, and if you go in the monsoons, like we did, you'll be greeted by rolling green hills that drop off into a semicircular ravine where the caves have been built. Well, actually, carved would be the right word. The caves, the pillars, and all the sculptures you see have been chiseled out from one giant piece of rock. Mind blown? Do yourself a favor and pick up a local guidebook. They are a treasure trove of info that we couldn't even find on Google. It'll also tell you exactly which caves are a must visit and which can be given a miss. helpful since there are 29 of them in total. It's a 10-minute walk from the parking lot through the bazaar, where a 10-minute bus ride takes you to the caves. Flash photography is prohibited inside the caves to preserve the intricate paintings on the walls and ceilings. Most of the art has deteriorated to the point where it's hard to make sense of. While the caves themselves were built in 200 BC, depictions of Buddha are believed to have been added later. Carved into the side of a rocky cliff over 2000 years ago, the caves beg a belief. The wackier theories out there say aliens were involved because of the sheer scale and precise engineering. We recommend watching the documentary online that explains the far-out theory. Discussions on the Ajanta caves and its construction followed us even after we got on the road towards our next destination. The journey towards the earliest forms of life as we know it is up next. We visit Dholavira, one of the best kept examples of the Indus Valley civilization, and we pass by acres of salt and water, but it's not the sea. Tune in to next week's episode of the 7 Wonders Drive in the Maruti Suzuki Ertiga.
So we've come to this beautiful location off the highway between Mumbai and Nasik to sample Volkswagen's Ameo. Now Volkswagen launched the Ameo just a little while back, but they've got an upgrade and quite a few surprises. Now Volkswagen pulled off 2 big surprises with the Ameo diesel. First of which is the engine. Now everybody was expecting Volkswagen to put in the 1.2 litre turbocharged diesel engine, but they went ahead and plonked in the 1.5 litre TDI. This engine produces 112 bhp and 200 Newton meters of torque at a very usable 1500 RPM to 3000 RPM. Now the second biggest surprise is Volkswagen opting for the 7-speed dual clutch transmission, which they call DSG, to be mated with a 1.5 litre diesel engine. Now this automatic transmission shifts seamlessly between the gears, and it's such a nice experience to drive this automatic. Unlike a conventional torque converter or a CVT, which are at times slow to shift and not very engaging in terms of drivability, the DSG is completely opposite. In fact, you won't even miss a manual transmission while driving the DSG. Ameo also becomes the first car in its segment to sport a dual clutch automatic transmission. The 1500cc engine gets a bump in power that puts it ahead of the Polo diesel by a whole 20 bhp and even the Vento TDI by 5 bhp. This little compact sedan packs some go. The extra torque definitely helps in faster acceleration, and a stint on the highway didn't pose any challenge to the Ameo in overtaking maneuvers. There's also sport mode that'll hold revs longer for rapid progression, for times when you're in the mood for some fun. Performance aside, VW also claims an RI certified fuel efficiency of 21.7 kilometers to a litre. But it's also on the inside of the car that Volkswagen claims bragging rights for segment first features. As you can see, most of the interior of this car is the same as the petrol version and also the manual version. But since the biggest change is the DSG transmission, the 7-speed DSG, it has brought about a lot of features which is really appreciated. Now the electronic suite has enabled Volkswagen to put in a few safety features. For example, you've got electronic stability control where you have a button where you can put traction on and off. DSG has also brought about cruise control, which adds to the comfort on your highway runs. And apart from that, the safety suite will also include ABS and airbags, which is standard across all variants. Now Volkswagen is also claiming a few segment firsts, including the center armrest, static cornering headlamps and automatic rain sensing wipers. The cabin exudes the same premium VW quality that they've strongly emphasized with the Polo and Vento over the years. We love the two-tone color scheme of the dashboard and upholstery too. VW has even gone on to offer one-touch up and down function for all the side windows. VW will also offer a 5-speed manual transmission for the purists, but in all honesty, we would opt for the DSG. It's as fun as the manual, minus the inconvenience of operating one in traffic. The Ameo TDI is a hoot to drive. It is loaded with features, and we reckon it has to be a sure shot hit for Volkswagen.
It's a bright and sunny weekend here at Kari Motor Speedway in Coimbatore. The stage is set for round 3 of the 19th edition of JK Tyre FM SCI National Racing Championship. The championship titles were up for grabs across 3 classes: Hero GK16, LGB Formula 4 and Touring Car. And top racers will be hoping to underline their supremacy and claim the bragging rights as they inch one step closer to the final round.
We are here at the Kari Motor Speedway in Coimbatore in the state of Tamil Nadu, and we're going to show you motoring of a different kind. We are at the 19th edition of the FMSCI National Racing Championship, which is now in its 3rd round. Top racers will be competing against each other to secure a comfortable win and set the tempo for the final round. Let's catch all the action.
The first day of the race weekend saw drivers from JK Euro 16 battling up right from the start. Anidat Reddy and Mohammad Nalwala bagged podium positions in both races of the day. The qualifying saw the 26-year-old lose pace to Nalwala, with the latter taking pole, but race 1 turned out to be Anidat's turf. The second race was no different, with Hyderabad's lad's sublime performance, which helped him add 20 points to his overall standing. In the LGB Formula 4, Chennai's Vishnu Prasad took one step closer towards the title by winning his race comfortably. He started at P2 after being upstaged by Saran Mars in the qualifying rounds in the morning, but that didn't deter him and he stormed into the lead in the 4th lap, clocking the fastest lap of the day. In the JK Touring Cars too, there was a minor upset in the morning when overwhelming favourite and leader Ashish Ramaswamy was beaten to 2nd place in the qualifying rounds. Deepak Chinnappa of Race Concepts took the pole by clocking the fastest lap. Day 2 turned out to be more exciting than the first day, as international stunt driver Terry Grant came in as a showstopper. Grant, along with India's own heroes Hari Singh, Rohita Singh and Sunny Kumar, unveiled a series of stunts that had the fully packed Kari Motor Speedway arena screaming for more. The UK stuntman effortlessly tilted his car and drove on only the 2 right side wheels.
And now we
On the track though, it was Anindit who had the most amazing weekend, winning as many as 3 races to pick up a staggering 38 points in the JK Euro 16 category. Vishnu of Meko Racing completed a hat-trick of victories by adding the 2 LGB races to his earlier conquest. Ashish Ramaswamy of Red Rooster Performance, who had already pocketed the JK Touring Cars title on Saturday, maintained his winning streak to underline his supremacy. With the penultimate round of National Racing Championship now over, the action now heads to Booth International Circuit for the 4th and the final round next month. So, stay tuned.
The Paris Motor Show, or Mondial des Automobiles, is currently underway in the capital city of France. With the press days over, the event showcased some of the latest innovations in the automobile industry. We take a look at the cars that stirred up the automobile world in Paris. Italian supercar manufacturer Ferrari revealed the roadster version of its fastest car till date, the LaFerrari. Dubbed the LaFerrari Aperta, only a handful of them will be ever built, and all of them are accounted for already. The engineers at Ferrari have strengthened the lower body of the car. The LaFerrari Aperta has the same torsional rigidity figure as the LaFerrari. The Mercedes-Benz EQ concept car at the 2016 Paris Motor Show is a preview of what electric vehicles could resemble in the future. The dynamic exterior design with its new electro look underlines the focus on the powerful electric drive system. It has 2 electric motors with a system output that can be increased to up to 300 kilowatts thanks to scalable battery components. Permanent all-wheel drive is an added bonus and will deliver the guarantee of dynamic, high-level performance.
Today I want to show you a first result, our concept car for the Paris Motor Show 2016. Here it is, ID.
The ID is the first vehicle to showcase Volkswagen's iconic new design language for compact electric vehicles. The exterior and interior design preview the year 2020. Although the vehicle is currently a concept, it is expected to be on roads within the next 4 years. The ID is the first compact Volkswagen based on the newly developed modular electric drive kit, MEB. It is designed on purely electric vehicle architecture. This approach to the design results in a range of advantages, packaging in particular. Land Rover showcased the 5th generation Discovery SUV at the Paris Motor Show amid much fanfare. The all-new Discovery is powered with the option of both a petrol and diesel engine familiar to the Jaguar Land Rover lineup. Each of which is paired with a smooth and responsive ZF 8-speed automatic gearbox. The new Land Rover Discovery will soon make its way to Indian shores soon after its global launch. Targeted for Europe and India, the world's largest hatchback market, the Micra Gen 5 is styled to turn heads. With a dramatic body length defining character line. It is lower, wider and longer than its predecessors and has more interior space. It also has advanced new downsized turbo drivetrains, an agile chassis and many innovative safety features. Engine efficiency has also been a key objective in the development of the Micra Gen 5. Suzuki Motor Corporation unveiled the India-bound Ignis at the Paris Motor Show as its new global compact crossover. The new Ignis wraps convenience and comfort in a stylish new exterior. It exudes Suzuki DNA from every pore. While at the same time introducing an entirely new design with unique character. The upcoming Maruti Suzuki Ignis will come with both petrol and diesel mills. The 1.2-litre VT petrol engine and the 1.3-litre diesel engine are also present in the Baleno. The 1.2-litre VT petrol engine and the 1.3-litre diesel engine are also present in the Baleno.